Hey Bears fans, Harrison Graham here with another video here on Chicago Bears Now. If you want to be on one of our weekend mailbags coming up in the next couple of days, ask me your Bears-related questions by using hashtag Bears in the comment section. Most of you guys know the drill, but maybe it's your first time watching, so all you got to do, type hashtag Bears, ask me your question after that. I choose the best ones. You can ask more than one, so ask away down in the comment section. Now for today's video, we got the latest Bears rumors and news starting right now. The Snacks Harrison rumors, well, they just aren't going away as they continue to swirl around the internet. And it makes sense, right? Eddie Goldman's opt-out is a big blow to this defensive line, and Damon Snacks Harrison is probably the best traditional nose tackle still available on the market. Now, he wasn't great in 2019. He's still apparently deciding whether or not he wants to play in 2020 due to the whole COVID-19 situation, so that is still up in the air. But if he does decide to play, I think this makes a ton of sense. Again, didn't play great in 2019 up in Detroit, but he was great before that. He was a 2016 All-Pro. He was still really good in 2017. Missed a couple of games in 2018 overall, and then when he got traded to Detroit in the back half of that season, didn't really fit in that scheme, but he was really good before his time with the Lions overall. Obviously, does have familiarity with the NFC North. I think he would be an ideal Eddie Goldman replacement, and I'll give a few reasons why right after this. I want to tell you guys about the deal of the day first here on Chicago Bears Now. We have these custom t-shirts up to 30% off. The season's almost here. You got to get some new gear for the upcoming campaign. Go to chatsports.com/custom shirt. Now, these first two, including this one, which is kind of the faded gray, the old school logo, they are on sale for about $26. This one and the next one I'm going to show you aren't currently on sale, but I wanted to show you some different options if you like some of these better at chatsports.com/custom shirt. Again, the first two on sale at 30% off. Not all of them are available at a reduced price, but tons of different options. We got women's available as well if you want to get your wife or your daughter or whatever it may be a custom Bears t-shirt. Go to that link, chatsports.com/custom shirt. I recommend taking advantage of the ones that are 30% off. You look at this defensive line, and again, John Jenkins has been activated from the COVID-19 reserve list, so that is good, but kind of more of a part-time starter in his career. I think Snacks makes a lot of sense in the middle of this defensive line. You'd have him, Akeem Hicks, Bilal Nichols, Roy Robertson-Harris. Jenkins can be in more of that rotation role. And another reason I think Snacks makes sense as the run stopper that he is, the NFC North is one of the few divisions, maybe the only division, that has really good running teams and teams that commit to running the football. Green Bay, it sounds weird, they are committed to running the football with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon in that backfield. This draft proved that. Minnesota with Dalvin Cook, run-first football team, play-action type of team with Kirk Cousins up there in Minnesota. And then Detroit, I think, is even going to try and run the football a little bit more this year as well. Obviously, they're more of a pass-heavy team, but Snacks Harrison makes a ton of sense for the Chicago Bears. If he decides to play this year, I really hope Chicago signs him. I'll make this the pinned comment on today's video. You guys can debate. If you don't know what the pinned comment is, it's the very top comment down in the comment section there. Should the Bears sign Snacks? Type Y for yes, type N for no. You guys can debate down there. Is the quarterback competition a conspiracy? This is fake news coming from Michael Lombardi, former GM, and now he does some stuff for The Athletic. He is saying, the competition, it'll be scripted in Mitchell Trubisky's favor, basically saying he's going to start, it's a done deal, forget about it. I've told you guys all along, the Bears continue to say it's an open competition, and I truly believe that. You want to know why? Because Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy can't afford to play favorites. They can't get this wrong. They're both entering this year on the hot seat. There's not going to be a conspiracy against Nick Foles and in favor of Trubisky when both these guys are fighting for their jobs, not only the players, but the head coach and the general manager. This is ridiculous. Here's Lombardi. We already see the public relations machine at work telling us Trubisky looks like a different player in terms of his conditioning, yet there has not been an on-the-field workout. Who cares about his conditioning? What matters more than anything is his decision-making, talent, and accuracy. First of all, they have been on the field a couple of times, just haven't had pads on, so that's a little bit incorrect. Here's more from him. There's a couple of interesting points here that I want to get. This is more on the Foles side. The Bears have too much to lose in starting Foles. That doesn't make sense. But this does. They will completely lose Trubisky mentally. Plus, Foles has never been an effective opening day starter. True, he is better in a relief role coming off the bench in his career. Foles has never played or started in all 16 games. Why change it now? Some truth to that. Foles has never been great when he's been a full-time starter. I'll ask you guys this question before giving more thoughts on this. Is the quarterback competition rigged for Mitch Trubisky? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. It's absolutely a no, so I hope you're typing 2. If you type 1 in the comments, please let me know why you think it's rigged, because I think that's a ridiculous statement from Lombardi and from you guys, quite frankly. But go ahead and cast your votes. But again, Ryan Pace, he's on the fence here, guys. Look at the era. Yeah, 2018, great step forward, but fell back this year. He's whiffed on some draft picks. If the Bears don't make the playoffs this year, he's gone, which means that he doesn't care who starts at quarterback. He just wants the Bears to win football games. If Nick Foles earns the job, he's going to start. If Mitchell Trubisky wins the job, he's going to start. Matt Nagy's on the hot seat. Look at the offense fading. I don't think his seat is quite as warm as Ryan Pace's, but if they let go of Pace, they might let go of Nagy too. So I just don't get this statement. Here's where this is coming from. Let's be honest. Lombardi has never been a Trubisky guy, which that's fair. That's fine. He's been very inconsistent. But look at this quote from a couple of years ago. You couldn't get me to buy Mitchell Trubisky if you had him on a discount rack at Feline's basement. There's no chance. There's no chance. He can't throw the ball inbounds half the time. I mean, it's a joke. And that was during the year Trubisky actually played pretty well in 2018. So clearly, he doesn't like the quarterback. He's a former general manager. He's allowed to have his opinion. But to say that a team that has a lot at stake in 2020, like the Chicago Bears do, are going to script a competition to favor the incumbent starter and Mitchell Trubisky, it's fake news. It's not true. I think Trubisky will start week 1, but that's only because that the preseason got wiped out and there's less reps to be had, and it's more likely that he holds off Foles considering there aren't any preseason games. But who will start more games in 2020? Type T for Trubisky, type F for Foles. That's a different question. Not your week 1 starter. Who gets more starts throughout the season? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And while you're doing that, just ponder this. Michael Lombardi, fake news. Us here at Bears Now, we tell you the truth. That's why we encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel. More subscribers equals more videos for you guys. We're getting closer and closer to the threshold of doing daily videos. It's like 5 per week right now. We're very, very close. If we get more subs, probably once we get to about 15,000 or so, we're approaching 11K right now, we'll probably be able to do daily videos. So hit that red subscribe button. Share the link below with a friend, youtube.com/BearsNow. Tell everybody, say, hey, this guy tells the truth about the Bears. He gives it to you straight. That's what we're trying to do here at Bears Now. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. All right, the opt-out deadline is approaching really quickly as we record this video, about 28, 29 hours away. 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, Thursday, August 6th. Players have until then to opt out. Eddie Goldman and Jordan Lucas have already done so. Players receive $150,000 advance if they do opt out, and their salaries completely roll over to the next season. So we'll see if any more Bears players decide to do this in 2020. I don't really expect any more at this point. I haven't heard any rumblings. Obviously, there was the fake storyline about Nick Foles opting out for the 2020 NFL season. He obviously has reported, but I don't think there's going to be any more players that decide to opt out. Obviously, Eddie Goldman did decide to opt out this year, and that's a major loss. Jordan Lucas, not so much, but a starting defensive tackle who's had an impact on this Bears defensive line the past couple of seasons, the past 4 or 5 years, if you're being frank, that's a significant loss, which, again, is why they need to go sign Snacks Harrison. So we'll see if any more opt out. Just want to keep you guys informed that tomorrow is the deadline. Now, we're approaching the end of the video. Got one more story to get to, but flood the comments. It's my wife's birthday. We got married last month. We're very, very happy. She turned 26 today. Join the club. I'm also 26. Type HBD down in the comments to wish my wife, Hannah, a very happy birthday. We're going to have a great dinner tonight. It's weird times right now with COVID-19, but happy birthday to you. Hopefully you guys wish her a happy birthday as well. Wanted to finish on this one. You guys know the past couple of months, the national media is all over the place with the Bears. This one's actually closer to a more reasonable expectation. Bleacher Report predicts 8-8 in 2020 for the second straight year. I'm a little higher on this team, but that's fair, right? The quarterback question mark is legitimate. I've seen everything from 3-13 to 12-4. It's so bizarre, and I think that is fair because there's an elite defense and the quarterback question marks are legitimate. Now, I think 3-13 is a joke because the defense got better from last year and the team went 8-8 last year. Is it really going to get a lot worse? I highly doubt that, but we need to see one of these quarterbacks emerge and at least be adequate. If Mitchell Trubisky or Nick Foles gives this team steady, average, not horrible quarterback play, I think this is a playoff team. Not necessarily the NFC North champions, but 9-7, 10-6, top 5 defense, average offense, that'll get you in the playoffs. I truly, truly believe that. We'll see how it all plays out. You look at this Bears defense, that is the reason why I am higher on the Bears than a lot of the national media, because I think you can get to 8 wins on the defensive play alone, like we saw last year. Akeem Hicks, hopefully he comes back healthy. This linebacking unit, if you consider the edge rushers of Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack, is probably the best in the NFL in any 3-4 scheme. It's going to be very excellent if it stays healthy, and I'm excited about this secondary. We'll see if Tayshaun Gibson can slide over to strong safety and be that number 2 guy next to Eddie Jackson. Number 2 corner is still a bit of a question mark. I think Jalen Johnson has a good chance to be a good player, though. This Bears defense is loaded. This Bears offense is the big question mark, but 8-8 feels closer than some of the national outlets, but I still think 9 or 10 wins is very, very possible. But I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm a man of the people. We're a democracy here at Bears Now. That's why I encourage you to subscribe on every single video. Predict the Bears record in 2020. If you haven't seen what my prediction was, we got that video up on the channel from a couple of months ago, but I want to leave it up to you guys. How many wins for Chicago this season?